Welcome to Beers and Banter, a hobby homies podcast where we talk about all things hobby, potentially. I don't know, we kind of just drink beers, let the conversation happen.
Pretty much.
However, we want to bring these episodes to you more regularly, so we've organized them a little bit more, and we're going to start doing some new segments that we think will be super fun.
Yep.
We'll try and bring them regularly. We'll see what happens.
So, if someone's listening to this that's not a regular listener,
Yes,
who are we?
I'm Fox. You're Shane.
Yes, I am.
I believe. I assume if you
So
get this
everyone
to the
believes.
dark corner of the internet, you know who we are. But no, you're right.
I just like to think that maybe this is the first time someone's heard of us.
True, that's true.
And it's always good to let them know who we are.
Whom we asked. I'm Fox.
Yes.
You are Shane. Or were you asking me because you'd forgotten?
Both?
Who are we? Well, yes, we are those people. Great point. Now you know who we are. One of the new segments we want to bring to the show is listener questions. I imagine someday in the future, when we're a high production podcast, we have some cool jingle that's like, listener questions, listener questions. These are the questions the listeners ask.
Churchy, clip that.
Yeah, but but better.
Just
Maybe
a
like you
background
sing it.
jingle to it.
Yeah. So loud that it just mutes everything I've said.
Everyone's like, take their headphones off.
With a German accent. Let's answer questions!
Yeah,
Oh, God,
love
we're
it.
back in the German nightclub again.
Anyway, this is the general vibe of Beers and Banter. So, listener questions. I want to throw it to you. This one was asked by Moose Moosington himself.
Yep.
I never told the listeners whether or not we'd identify them or keep them hidden, so I think it's safe just to identify them all.
Okay.
Moose wants to know, what is Shane's favourite
Mine?
part of the hobby?
Oof, that's a big one.
I'm curious about this too, because everyone knows how much I hate some things and
Yep.
like others, but
Yep.
you're an enigma. What
Thank
do you
you.
even like? What are you like?
Thank you. Are we allowed to say that word, Churchy?
What, enigma?
Yes. My favourite part...
Enema?
balls!
That's horrible. If you ever wondered why we don't give him a mic.
He doesn't need one.
He doesn't,
He can just
yeah.
yell.
Question time is now!
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you like?
My favorite part of the hobby. That's a good question because I like many aspects. I thoroughly enjoy building and cleaning and all that, but I punish myself by doing everything in sub-assemblies.
Yeah, you do.
So
Hate yourself. You're a masochist.
basing, painting, gaming. I don't know. I just love I love different parts of everything.
This will help you. For the next year, you only get to do one aspect of the hobby.
Oof. Okay.
You're only allowed to build. You're only allowed to base. You're only allowed to make terrain. You're only allowed to paint. You're only allowed to play. Which
So
one do you do?
if I'm only allowed to paint, does that mean someone else builds my models for me?
No, it's like for a year, you only get to do and experience those things. Or
But
that
like,
one
what if
thing.
I paint all the models and I've got none left?
Like, or do you like buying? Sounds like you like buying.
I do like buying. Not as much as you, though.
Yeah, fair, no one does.
Painting, probably.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Get all your shit done.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what, though? Even if I just had to paint for a year, I've got enough stuff built that I fucking...
Yeah, I don't know why you asked
wouldn't run
about, what if I run out of models? Yeah, okay, Shane. All right, mate. You've got enough underworlds to keep you going for a year.
They're not built.
Yeah, I know. Oh, well, yeah, true. I see you. Well, on sprue, just
Just paint the sprue.
you're not allowed to build them till the year's done, but
True.
at least, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably mine. If I had to pick one like that was an ultimatum, I'd say painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gun to your head.
Yeah.
You'll be painting
Yeah.
models.
Yeah.
Another questioner,
Yep.
which is the name I've now given to listeners who ask a question.
Questioners.
Questioners. Our second
I'm
questioner.
sure they question many things.
They
dude.
do. Yeah,
Probably
well,
why
they are
they're
now.
listening to the podcast.
Exactly. Rad asked, he said, all right, I got one. He said, what's the stupidest hobby-related mishap you've ever had happen? A little story he gives us is his worst experience was when he was 10, had his first box of Spesh Marines, painted them all nice and thick, and then wrapped them in tissue to take them home.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense so he doesn't get paint in his container.
Right, exactly. But I think what he's suggesting happened is he put the tissue around the model
Well, it was still wet.
while it was still wet, and he said, thank God for Simple Green.
But as a 10-year-old child, did he strip them with Simple Green?
Oh, he said that. Well, probably not. Probably his back. Well, I don't know. Maybe his nickname at the time was Green, and he's calling himself Simple Green, like Simple Jack.
Like Simple Jack. Yeah.
You make me messy. Yeah.
That's. I mean, it's clever.
Yeah. That's. What was he thinking? I mean, he was 10 years old. At least he has an excuse.
Yeah.
Some of my
yeah.
mishaps, I'm a 30-year-old adult. Anyway.
Are you asking me what my stupidest hobby?
He's asking us.
He's
what-
asking
yeah.
us.
This
All right,
is
well,
what the questioners do.
You fire away. You tell us what
Is that because
your...
you haven't thought of one yet? I don't think I've made many mistakes. I mean, apart from my rampant
buying and
crippling
selling.
debt caused by buying and selling models. But that's sort of like an ongoing thing. Yeah. I haven't made any massive blunders like that, although I do have a curse that has been put on my head. For if there is any new people that now think I'm crazy, don't worry. I'm vaccinated. No. We can't get that here. Pfizer. I constantly hit a Patreon model, and I can't remember the last time I painted a Patreon model
Without stripping it.
without stripping it multiple times, because every time I try a technique or something, it just goes horribly wrong.
That's because you want to give our patrons, which I feel the same way, but you want to give them the best that you possibly can.
And oftentimes, thank you for saying that.
Sure.
I guess so.
You don't want to settle for something that you might look at and consider to be subpar.
But my problem is I try to give them the best I can't currently do. So I'll try techniques I'm in no way equipped for, like NMM and stuff like that. I'm like, I think in the past I tried a few tricks and new techniques for some of the Patreon models, and it worked first go, and I was like, oh my God, I need to stretch myself more.
I could do anything if I put myself to it.
Yeah,
Sometimes
no, I
it's
can't.
like, practice.
No, Fox, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my biggest blunders were things like I tried to paint a... whose model was it? Oh, Burnsy's I had the most problem with.
Oh, yeah.
But this is when I discovered painting over something that I'd airbrushed. The airbrush, the way I thin it is with a retarder.
Yeah.
And it's so thin that oftentimes I put a wash on and the whole paint just melted off.
Yeah.
And this was after I'd done layers and highlights and everything. I'd spent ages with the airbrush just like getting it great. I'd even done some like extreme edges that I thought once I put the wash over will mute down a bit and look like more. Yeah, anyways.
Yeah.
Spent hours, put the wash on and it just all melted off.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
But just stuff like that happens constantly with the Patreon models. So
Yeah.
no one big wrap my wet marines in tissue.
No. I can't really think of any like big blunders that compare to what Rad did. I've done stupid things like build something or like glue it together without like dry fitting it first, and then not knowing like why would the arm won't fit here, and I'm like just smearing glue fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Or like building the Ghost Ark was another prime example, because the ribs of the ship actually go together. They have very minor V shape to them.
Right.
So they fit together like that. I didn't realize. So I'm gluing them all together, and there's like gaps in them, and like just like, I guess
constant minor things.
Yeah. Not wrap your wet model in tissue bad, but like still like I think back and I'm like, what was I fucking doing? Like
I love adding to our lore that every time we do a mistake, we immediately compare it to Rad's wrapping a wet model in tissues.
But like you said, he was 10 years old. He's got the excuse.
Yeah, but we're still gonna rip on him for
men.
it. We're grown men. Well, I don't know. Yeah. I did a similar thing with Skitarii Rangers or Vanguard when I first got them. I built a heap of kits of different things, and I just thought it was all the previous kits I'd done. It was like torsos go with legs, go with arms.
Yeah.
So then I was like, well, I'm just gonna wasted so much time reading instructions. For these ones, I'm just gonna preempt and just clip out the legs,
guns
torsos,
and arms. Yeah.
And then I slapped them. I put about 5 together, and I was like, "Oh man, this is a little bit trickier. Like you kind of have to." But I guess that's what multi-pose is, you know. There's a few gaps that you're supposed to fill in or whatever. And then I got to the 6th one, and I just couldn't even make it.
Yeah.
And by this is plastic glue, so everything's already fused and melted. And I was like, that was a pretty big. That was not as much time sink as it was a money sink, because that kit was just basically done. Yeah. I didn't have the skills back then just to be like, mean, I'll just cut it. And,
Chop it off and
yeah,
re-glue
fix
it.
it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Another question here from an unknown questioner.
Yep.
My question for Beers and Banter is, how many armies has Fox bought and sold since joining the hobby, and can he list them all?
I mean, Beers and Banter are usually like shorter episodes, so I mean, I'll try and I mean, I couldn't. Basically, let's try and rattle off the ones. And what do you define as an army? I mean, basically everything I buy is, because I always build it towards an army.
Yeah.
But I've owned, I would say, 80% of the factions at one point.
What faction have you never owned?
Oh, you flipped his question. I like that.
Yeah.
I might answer that one in the Discord. I might try and list, because
Yeah.
I really couldn't list them all. I'd be sitting here and being like, and no one wants that. No one wants that again.
Yeah. Off the top of your head right now, tell me something that you haven't owned.
Never owned Eldar. I've had Eldari.
Besides Harlequins and Drukhari.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never owned Craft Worlds.
Never owned Ace and Yuri or whatever they're.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Craft World. Never owned Craft World.
Yeah.
Love them. Oh, wait, that's a lie. I have. I had the
Really?
Wraith Blades. Do you remember that?
No.
They're like the
You
slightly
must have had
taller.
them for like a week.
Thanks for the credit, dude. Way longer than I had them. Yeah, I bought them, built them, primed them black, and went, yeah, sweet, sold them. So yeah, that would have been about a week's turnaround.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously not every Space Marine chapters, but
but yeah.
I've had Space Marines,
Yeah,
Space
yeah.
Wolves, and Grey Knights.
Yeah.
Imperial Knights. No, that's a lie. I'm one of those. I was gonna build it to Chaos Knights, but
Yeah.
I just sort of got it halfway, and then I think I sold it to you.
No, you didn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive.
Oh, okay. Sold it to someone in the Discord. Anyways.
Sure.
Yeah, anyways.
I would have bought it though if I had have known.
I can't off the top of my head think of one I haven't owned. Can you?
No.
Yeah, nah.
Cadians? Guard?
I've owned Guard, yeah.
Bullshit.
I have owned Guard.
Have you?
Yeah.
Scions, probably.
Well, Scions is
Yeah.
specifically. But I've also... Do you remember a little while ago I posted a picture of like some of the first models I'd ever had?
Oh, yeah.
And one of them was a little
Was a
Acadian.
guardsman.
Yeah, I had 10 of those. So.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
not armies, but...
Chaos Demons?
There we go. Chaos Demons. We'll lock that in for now. I'm sure I'll think of it throughout the... Chaos Demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have owned Zinch. Did you own Zinch?
Yeah, Sangors.
Zangors, yeah. But that, I guess that didn't really count.
It's going to be tough. I'm going to have to
Yeah.
get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
We'll bring that back next week.
Yeah.
I'll do some more research
We
on
can do a
that.
follow-up next week. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Our final question from our new segment
Of course.
is from Hockers, this was, I believe. Said, what are the typical mating habits of the Kroot? Or simply put, where do baby Kroot come from? Now I got excited about this one because I didn't have to Google anything. I knew the answer, which I don't know what that says about me.
Yep.
I'm a Kroot lover.
You are. You
I am
own the
the-
subreddit Kroot.
I do.
Yeah.
That'll come into play soon. Great segue. Just hold it in your pocket for now.
Okay.
So the Kroot actually only have like one actual orifice. Obviously they got eyes and ears. Or
A
whatever.
mouth.
Is a mouth.
No butthole.
No butthole. Have you seen from the interview when they're talking about Kim Jong Un? The movie,
Yeah.
the interview, and she's like, he have no
He's no
butthole.
butthole. Yeah.
He
He works
like-
so efficiently, he burns all the waste or whatever.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what Kroot actually do. So
Wow.
they use that. They actually, it says one of the codexes states they give very little in the way of waste.
Mm-hmm.
But if they had to excrete waste, they've only got yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But so they burn it all, and it becomes they can release like a
sweat.
sweat oil.
Yeah.
Which they use as like pheromones
Lubricant.
and stench and actually lubricant. So like
They
it's
can fit into tight places.
mostly for like combat. So like
Okay.
if they got like a errant
Slippery.
swing, then
Yeah.
it just glance off them.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not a las cannon shot. That probably the oil does nothing.
We just catches on fire, and then like 10 of them go up in
Probably
flames.
just blow up. It's explosive excrement.
Yeah. Interesting.
And so they think that they use that to like make prey or like local creatures know, hey, don't give our position away. We're trying to do an ambush
Okay.
or whatever. So they use it to communicate with the life
Nature.
on their planets
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
know. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's awesome. Anyway, that's not the question.
No.
Because they've only got a mouth, the way it happens is a male Kroot, a daddy Kroot,
Yeah.
will literally give a back rub to the mama Kroot. And
It all starts with a background.
Yeah, it all starts with a back rub. You know, all Kroot mums are wearing that t-shirt that said, it was supposed to just be a back rub.
Yeah.
They put that on their kid. I
Yeah.
was just, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Anyways, They put their hands on the back, give them a little massage or whatever.
Yeah.
Their DNA through their hands
Yeah.
gets absorbed into the mum,
Yeah.
where eventually she gets like a little sack or whatever, throws it up, and baby Kroot.
Yeah.
Ta-da! There you go.
There you go, Hockers.
You asked the question. I didn't ask it.
Yeah. Someone had to ask it, I suppose.
So, yeah,
Now we all
although
know.
there are some websites that suggest they do it differently.
Maybe there's
With pictures.
different techniques.
I don't know, man. All I know is what's in the law, and that's canon.
Cool.
So, speaking of the Kroot,
Yep.
and you mentioned I am the humble god
Yes.
of our Kroot.
You are.
We're almost 600 members strong, so
Yeah.
at some point it'll get so busy with that after ditch the podcast. But I mean, we're not there yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Another couple hundred.
Sure.
And I'm outie. I'll take my place as the rightful ruler of Peck. And being a member of the Kroot community, I see so many active, passionate. It's a small fan base, but
Yep.
they are passionate.
Yeah.
If they're into Kroot, they're into converting and making this army so much more than just an army on the tabletop.
Absolutely. Yeah.
In fact, they go so far as to make it part of their personality,
Yeah.
part of their identity, as they are a Kroot follower. In fact, one of the members of the community got a little Kroot tattoo,
Oh, yeah?
which I thought looked sick. And I'm going to talk about that person
Oh, okay.
because I'm talking about, this is our new segment,
Yep.
Community Focus,
Yep.
where we're going to dial in on someone globally that's doing great things for the hobby community.
Yep.
Maybe it's in a small way, but a selfless way. Maybe it's in a large way. The person we're looking at is Felixthecrazy.
Is he crazy?
He must be. He loves Kroot. We're all a little
course.
weird. Weird to say the least. I mean, Exhibit A. And his real name's not Felix, but for the sake of this, we'll keep it to Felix. I'll
Sure.
reference him as Felix.
Sure.
Felix, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
I'm sorry I had to endure. I'll give you a timestamp. So Felix does the most amazing job to help us Kroot communityers,
Okay.
the Kroot of Peck.
Yep.
He makes free STL 3D files for all the out of production Kroot,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Narlock riders,
Yep.
the greater Narlock, and also little bits like hands for
Yep.
converting, dope looking heads.
Yeah, sick.
Amazing stuff. And like,
Yep.
you can't, without his files, you really can't make a fluffy, like there's rules for a heap of Kroot models that are legends.
Yeah.
So you can actually play them and you can get them in Battlescribe or on the app. I assume they got the legends rules in there. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
But GW doesn't actually sell the models for it. So
Okay.
without him, you can't play the full repertoire of Kroot.
Yeah.
And he
yeah.
just, he gives them away for free. He's
For
also
free?
got an Etsy store where you can buy the actual printed ones. But if you've got your
So
own
he'll
3D...
print them from his Etsy store?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. So you can get them straight from him, which I
Yeah.
encourage. We'll give all his links in the
In the description.
blop
Yep.
down below.
Yep.
But yeah, so you can either buy them from him straight from the horse's mouth,
Yeah.
or get the STL files for free.
Nice.
Which
That's
is sweet.
free, man. That's
For free.
crazy.
So much work goes into these. There's so many of them. I think he's doing a Blood Bowl team for Kroot.
Oh, no way.
So it's just awesome.
Yeah.
So I was like, this guy needs to be recognized because
Yeah.
you take him out of the Kroot community and we're just left to like, I mean, converting some people do some amazing stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Like Kroot looted Tower and stuff like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
If you look at the hashtag Siege of Peck or Krootvasion
Yeah.
on Instagram, you see some insane stuff. But
Yeah.
a lot of it is centered around the models that he makes.
Yeah.
So what I did, I actually sent him a bunch of questions,
Yep.
pseudo-interviewed him,
Yep.
and I'm going to get you to play the role of me
Okay.
and ask me the questions.
Okay.
And I'll be Felix answering the questions
Sure.
in his own words
All right.
with my voice.
Okay. Yeah, sure. All right, no worries. It was a long way around that, but
Do you know nothing about me?
that's just interview with extra steps.
Yeah, it is. You're welcome.
Okay, so first question. I, Fox, ask you, Felix.
Yes.
Are you a wargamer or purely a hobbyist?
I'm mostly a hobbyist. I'd really like to play more, but I just don't give myself the time.
See, I don't think Felix would have actually said it like that. I think.
Well, you know him better than me, so maybe we should have swapped roles. All these questions are centered. I really wanted to know what kind of person goes to so much effort
Yep.
to make these models for free.
For free.
I just wanted to know him.
I think he's just a top bloke.
Just seems like a top bloke. So I was
Yeah.
curious, like, does he play? Is he like us? Is he into
Yeah.
40K and this is like a little side hustle,
Yeah.
etc.?
No.
So these
Yeah.
questions are centered around that.
That's fair. Your next question you asked him is, do you just enjoy making 3D models, or do you also have a painted Kroot collection?
I was obviously curious about this.
Of course you were.
Is that I find the modeling to be very rewarding. To be able to bring cool or silly ideas into physical models into reality is almost surreal. My Krooted Tau army is pretty much fully painted to a 3-foot quality. Respect. So it looks good from 3 feet away.
Yeah.
I prefer to do all my painting at once rather than a little here and a little there. Kindred spirits. I just kind of zone out and work through each color or technique. I want to get a mostly completed army before I start painting it. My man, I didn't actually read these answers. Yeah, until now.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, I guess we're one and the same. I did
Yeah.
the exact same thing. Got to have the entire army before I even consider slapping paint on it.
Can't
There
believe
you
there's more people like you out there.
I've never met anyone else like that, so it must be just
Kroot. It's a
weird
Kroot
Kroot
thing.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been into wargaming / hobby?
Thanks, Fox. I started when I was a
You're
teenager
welcome,
in
Felix.
the 80s. Dungeons and Dragons and Battletech are two of the first games that use miniatures I can think of. I dabbled in 40K in the 90s, but moved on to other things. I had started 3D printing and modeling in 2018 and back to playing 40K in 2019. By the end of 2019, I shelved my AdMech army.
Huh.
My man. Well, I mean, as we discussed, any army you could have written there, I would have had. So
Yeah.
not really exclusive to me, is it? and was completely devoted to making silly, cool, Krooted Tau units. The more I made, the funnier it got, and the fact that pretty much no one played them freed me to do anything I wanted without critical judgment. And then I learned about the Siege of Peck at Adepticon 2020, a gathering of Kroot lovers, and it was 1 hour from where I live. I'm on the wrong planet. I mean, country.
Wrong side of the planet.
Wrong side of the planet.
Yeah.
There's a gathering of Kroot lovers, and I missed it in the height of 2020 in America. Interesting. I hadn't even considered Krooting some army other than Tau. So the idea of Krooting other armies was new and awesome to me.
I love how he's using the term Krooting, like he's coined that term.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Krooted. Yeah. It's been
yeah.
Krooted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some of this. People had Krooted Dark Elder and like taken the tops of the raiders off.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like just this cool looking floating pirate ship that they were like hanging on to. It was
Yeah.
sick.
That's
It was
awesome.
amazing. I
Yeah.
like he mentioned like Krooted Tau units. I forgot that he does have some like he's got more than just a few good Kroot models.
Yeah.
He's got like a sweet Greater Narlock with like a Tau device. It looks sick. You got to see it.
Yeah.
Again, his
We'll
link
put
for all his
everything
stuff.
in the thing below.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah. So you've asked why Kroot? What is it about the Kroot that has you so passionate about creating alternatives for them?
Thanks again, Fox. I
You're
Felix
welcome,
Felix. Yep. I've loved the aesthetic of Kroot since I first saw them in the early 2000s. I'm sitting here and trying to figure out why, but I just can't put my finger on it. It's interesting because I asked this question because I still don't know why I love Kroot.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe this guy will be able to shed some light on why we are the way we are.
Yeah.
They are primitive and tribal, have digitigrade legs, feel a bit like Predator, and are just a little out of place in the 40K universe.
You know, I saw on his page, he makes Predator heads
He does for the Kroot.
Yeah. Sick.
So that makes sense with
Yeah.
what we just learned there.
Fucking oath.
Yeah, it's sick. But really, I just really liked them. Globally, they don't get a lot of love, but those who do are passionate.
Yeah.
As well, the community is great. It makes it so much easier to try new things and different things when no one is telling you what is or what isn't Kroot.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm able to cover the cost of my hobby from my Etsy shop has really allowed me to be able to devote myself to it. It's basically a job that I enjoy doing. That's sick.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
You deserve it.
Absolutely.
Like, you would have started, you've always, as far as I've known, for the years that I've followed, always had the models for free. And that's
Yeah.
where he would have started. And the fact that it's since grown to a point where people are buying through his Etsy store,
Yeah.
to the point where he can basically do it as a job,
Hell yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, even if it's paying
well
for his
earned.
hobby, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a win.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like something that he mentioned about the Kroot community, no one telling him what is or what isn't Kroot.
Yeah.
Like, there is lore, but it is so... most of it's so old because
Yeah.
Games Workshop's moving away from Kroot,
Forgetting them. Yeah.
slowly.
Leaving them in the dust.
I mean, they got a few little morsels of crumbs.
Did they?
I mean, we get some stratagems every now and then. That's
Okay.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we're in that. I think we're in there.
Oh, yeah.
I gave you the Greater Good book earlier. I think we're in that.
Sure.
But the Kroot community is just so passionate about seeing people into Kroot.
Yeah.
They don't care.
No.
They're not like people that are like, oh, there's no such thing as a female space marine.
Yeah.
Like, dude, predator heads, sick.
Yeah,
Slap 'em on
yeah.
my Kroot, you know?
Yeah, fucking oath.
So that's cool.
That is awesome.
That's something I've vibed about the community.
Yeah. Felix, what are your plans for the immediate future as it pertains to the hobby?
Well, Fox, I've got an ever-growing list of ideas and suggestions. I kind of just follow my motivation as to the order I work on things. Wait, what's this? He just goes with the flow of the hype.
Are you Felix?
Yeah, imagine. Imagine I did a community focus on myself. I just choked. I kind of just follow my motivation as to the order I work on things. But my next project is to fill out the other options for the Narlox. Nice. I doubt I will ever have the chance to run out of new Kroot things to make. Oh, thank goodness. It's like dopamine to me. Okay, that's good. He's not going like, yeah, I'm pretty much done with Kroot. I'm going to move on to
Space Marines.
Space Marines. Yeah.
No. It sounds like he's pretty keen on Kroot. That's awesome. Lastly, any other wargaming / hobby tidbits about yourself that help paint a picture of you and how you got into how you got to where you are today in the hobby world would be awesome. That's not even a question. Well, I mean, it was a question, but it finishes a statement.
I started rambling by this point. Yeah. I just wanted to know if there was anything else to help paint a picture of him.
Of course,
in the hobby.
yeah.
Thanks for asking, Fox. That long-winded and not really a question. I've been a stay-at-home dad for 17 years. Props, my man. Fighting the good fight. Well done. And for most of that time, we were on a pretty tight budget. So I was always looking for ways to hobby on the cheap. I spent years doing paper modeling. That's dope.
Yeah.
Either printing or assembling other models or designing my own. That was my first inkling of 3D modeling. Much simpler shapes, but still pushing the vertices around to useful shapes. The largest project was a 3-foot-long model of the Firefly ship Serenity.
Wow.
Out of paper. Took nearly 70 sheets of cardstock. Years later, Arby's used it in a small ad on Twitter. As in the restaurant Arby's? I don't know. There's a link there. I never clicked it. I was gonna bring that up. Churchy, can you bring that up?
No, we can't.
He's doing stuff. How are you going to do it? You don't have it. Sadly, no credit was given. Well, we're going to drop the link of that and everything else.
And we're going to DDoS Arby's.
Yeah, especially if it's a restaurant that we've never been to because we're in Australia. But absolutely. I mean, they're on our bad list.
Yeah.
Write Arby's on the bad list, Churchy. We don't have one. We'll make one for Arby's. Fuck you guys. But eventually, affordable at-home 3D printers came along, and it was a game changer for me. So now I just try and make cool stuff and share it with the world. My business model of giving away the files for free and selling prints is a lot more work than just selling the files like many other modelers I expect. But I'd rather more people be able to get into the Krooting as easily as possible and not keep things behind a paywall.
Hell yeah.
And that's why we're doing a community focus on you, Felix, because that is just awesome.
That is fair dinkum. That is so awesome.
So he's got free 3D printable files.
Yep.
And an Etsy shop. His Kroot-only Instagram. I'll leave all the links for that as well.
All it's going in the thingo.
All in the thing we're pointing down. People are listening to a podcast. You can't see it.
But they don't know.
We're on YouTube. Suss us out there.
Yeah.
He also needs a kidney. My man has kidney failure.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I thought it would be a good idea to draw attention to that. There's a link for that as well. The latest update is that they've got some potential donors and they're going through the process of that. So he's not actively right now looking for a kidney.
But like if one comes along.
Yeah, so they're going through, I think they've found a few potential donors.
Okay, yeah.
And they're going to suss it out. But there's a link for that where you can keep up with his journey and possibly help him in any way you know how. But I thought I'd just share that because that's important to us. And so are you, Felix. You do good shit.
Fucking oath. Keep it up, Felix.
You're a good lad.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And that's our first ever, but not the last, community focus.
Yeah.
That was a pocket pick for me because Felix is I've printed many his model.
Yeah?
I'm repaying it. But yeah, I've got lethal to print so many Kroot.
And why have I not seen this?
I mean, What do you want to see? Unpainted models?
Not
Yeah, I'll show you
really.
some pictures. I'll show you some pictures.
Yeah.
The Narlock Riders look sick.
Yeah.
Lethal printed. They just look sick.
Yeah.
Great
yeah.
files. Great printer.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Man, that's full on. That's crazy. And Felix, hopefully everything goes smoothly and you can find a kidney and
Yeah.
get back into it.
Hopefully the potential donors they have for you,
Yeah.
they do all the tests and everything,
Yeah.
and they get that ball rolling, because I know it's been a journey,
Yeah.
and you can catch all that. His full stories and everything is there on that link.
That link will definitely be in the thing.
Yeah, all
at
the
bottom.
others. But fuck them.
Yeah.
That's
No,
the
no.
only one we'll put in there. That'll be at the top.
Absolutely. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Churchy, how are you looking for time?
31.
Oof. Hoofing.
We've got to do this, though.
Oh, we got to do Homie of the Week.
Got to do Homie of the Week. It's been so long.
It's been a minute.
This is the only staple segment we have for the Beers and Banter.
It started as the first,
Yeah.
and it will not be the last.
No.
We really want to revamp our Beers and Banter, and community focus is something that Fox and I have talked about for ages.
Yeah.
You came up with such a fantastic idea of reaching out to the greater community, not just our Discord.
Yeah.
And, you know, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have heard from Felix and got to, you know, start looking at his incredible Krooted
Life.
Kroots.
He's Krooted life.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he's done. He's Krooted his life.
Yeah, so hell yeah.
There's so many more Felixes out there. Well, no one's like Felix.
No,
You're special to us, Felix.
but there's more people that want to be like Felix out there that we'll find.
We'll find and do a community focus and tell them why they're not Felix and why they pale in comparison to Felix.
Yeah. But this week, Homie of the Week goes to our favourite dungeon master, Ollie. I don't know if we've shouted Ollie out yet, but
If
we haven't, he's fucking earned it.
Oh yeah, and if we have, you deserve it multiple
Again.
times. Yeah, for sure.
We couldn't thank you enough for taking time. I know it's something that you love, but to run these RPGs for us in our Discord is incredible. You know, like even though it's something that you enjoy, it's still time that you have to put aside. That you know you're not doing things that you want to do, although
Yeah.
this is probably something you want to do.
Yeah.
But to give us this experience and to play these games, like
It's incredible.
we frothed the Star Wars one that we played.
I'll remember it forever.
Absolutely,
That's the
man.
thing about these adventures.
Yep.
Like you do, they're a staple in your memories.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it was incredible. You're a phenomenal DM.
Absolutely.
You like DMing with people is hard because they've always
Yeah.
got a billion ways they want to go. But
Yeah.
you're doing it worse. You're DMing with new people.
Yep.
Some people never RPG'd.
Nah.
People are at least new to the systems you're bringing.
Yeah.
And you're just amazing at it. And you deserve Homie of the Week.
Absolutely. So,
Every week from now on.
just this week.
Oh, okay, just this week. I don't know how it works.
But-
It's your segment.
But
not
just
mine.
wear it with pride.
Yeah. What do Homie of the Weeks get? Our undying love and gratitude.
A thank you.
A thank you. Which some say is worth more than gift packs or prizes.
Yeah.
And if they
Maybe
don't,
we send him something. I'm
we'll
gonna
send him our love.
Yeah.
Anything you send him, remember you have to give to every Homie of the Week. So we'll send you a
I can
thank you.
justify that.
A card. A card.
I got an idea.
A nice
I got
email.
plans.
Do you?
I got
Okay.
plans.
Don't.
I got
No,
plans.
that sounds like it's going to be good.
It's gonna be fucking great.
Oh, no. He said it. I don't know. That's a Hobby Homies guarantee by the sound of it.
You bet your ass it is.
Let's quickly run through a couple of announcements.
Yeah. Churchy said the camera battery is nearly gonna die. Are we
Oh,
good?
sweet. Okay.
Oh, okay.
We can
Thank
kick
God.
All right, we've got another half a minute. Some announcements, Shane.
Some announcements. Now, I didn't really get worded up on this.
Okay.
But I did check it out.
Yep.
Yep, some big Armada announcements happening.
It's needed because we. Sorry, I called it announcements. This one's kind of news.
Yeah.
This is like a little thing we want to bring.
Yeah.
Just a little dash of something on a system that's happening.
Yeah.
New
yeah.
releases across all the systems we cover all the time.
Yeah.
Today we've picked the Martyr,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I feel is needed because for us it's a little stale.
Yeah, it is. We've played it a couple of times. We froth it.
Yeah.
But it needs a bit more depth, I think.
Yeah.
So flyers, we've seen flyers. Now they're bringing magic.
Yep.
So I guess the ability to cast spells from your ships.
Yep.
And a massive supplement with like 10 new scenarios.
The supplement's crazy.
Yeah, but there's also things like ground defenses, terrain rules. Like
Yep.
it's all happening.
Yes. This one so they got the two separate things coming out. You can buy the supplement book, which has all the rules for all the things you mentioned,
Yep.
like flyers.
Yeah.
Something that I was nervous about for flyers and for Magic.
Yeah.
It brings a lot of these extra elements to a game that
Yep.
we were like,
It's like, which way is it going to go?
yeah. And we were like, it's cool because it's a
Yeah.
naval piratey kind of game. We like that.
They still want to keep it a naval game.
Yeah.
They want these extra things to be tools.
Yeah.
Not to take away from the game, not to break the game.
Which is great.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want, yeah, okay. If you don't want flyers on your list,
Yeah. Don't take them.
Don't take them. And if
Easy
the
as
other
that.
person brings it, it's going to be just like, it's like having an extra ship or
Yeah.
something, you know? It's
Yeah.
not going to be their entire army.
No.
It's just a tool. And you don't need it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. So that's the Caesar Flame. Is that what they call it?
Seize a Flame
Yeah.
supplement.
Yeah.
And
Magical upgrades, 10 new scenarios, campaigns. It
There's a-
sounds big.
It is big. The campaign sounds awesome. It's what you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Start off, slowly build up your crew, build up your ships.
Yep.
It's basically, it almost feels like a 2.0. You know, they've got the cool rules
Nice.
that they're happy with,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
yeah.
the depth that it's been missing are all
Yep.
those things.
Awesome.
And it's doubled its amount of scenarios,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah. Awesome. What is this? The There and Back Again BFMS
Sorry,
MESG.
that's not Armada. I just saw on the Warhammer community that there's like a heap of Battle for Middle Earth models being removed.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like a heap of them, and they basically they called it There and Back Again because the models are getting removed. So it's
Yeah.
like if you want to grab these, you know, Games Workshop, last chance,
Yeah. Yeah.
get them before they're gone.
Yeah.
Because we're going to remove them. But they also said they'll be back by the end of the year.
Why are they going then? Are they
They're
getting
getting redone.
in plastic or
Oh, maybe they were metal models that they're now doing.
maybe
no,
they were
surely not. I haven't done metal
what
for
do they
ages.
call it? Fine cast.
That they're putting in hard plastic. I
Yeah.
don't know. It just said they will get re-released.
Okay.
So I can't imagine. I would just assume they're getting updated kits.
Yeah. Right.
Because if they were just switching to hard plastic, you would be kind of, you'd feel kind of jibbed if they're like, hurry up and get these before they're gone.
Yeah.
Here they are again,
Yeah.
exactly the same in the same medium. I
Yeah.
mean, different medium, you know?
Yeah. 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 Oh, that's, okay. That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But I'm excited for the Armada stuff because
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's
think
our
that's
jam.
what we need.
Yeah.
To get into it, we need, imagine having 20 scenarios,
Yeah.
campaign. The Magic decks are cool. They've
Yeah.
got like staple cards, but your faction gets their own unique ones.
Okay. Yep.
So your Magic deck will be different to mine. You need to you need to put spellcasters on certain ships. There's a new phase in the game now. It's kind of
Yeah.
like Psychic, happens after movement,
Okay.
or happens after change of wind.
Yep.
And then I'm assuming only the ships that have the spellcasters on them is where you cast
do
the
that.
spells from.
Yeah,
There's
that's
things
fair.
like Fireball and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be interesting. Just a few more dynamics to the game. They've always wanted it to be competitive
Yep.
because they had rules for it when it was launched.
Yeah. Yeah. Competitive. Yep.
But it just didn't have enough like strategic options, not enough different mechanics to feel
Okay.
rewarding for a captain.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's basically like, yeah, these ships are the best ones. I'll
Yeah.
run those. Another thing they're doing for that is now selling or moving towards having everything as single ships.
Yes. Okay. So you're not buying a booster fleet every time. You can buy individual ships.
Yeah, if you like, if you want to build a list now, and this is needed for competitive games.
Yep.
You can pick what you want, buy
Yep.
it singly, and then
Yep.
you know, if I want 3 of those long-range indirect fire ships,
Yep.
gunboats or whatever,
Yep.
I have 3 of those.
Nice.
So
That is really needed. I saw here it said you've written single ships. I didn't quite understand, but now it makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
they've already started selling those, but they're gonna move towards.
Yeah.
I think they said having all of them. As
Yeah.
single,
Nice.
single options. So that's
that
good.
would be good. Like I've got my Empire of Dust just chilling, still in box.
Yeah.
I was actually considering getting it commission painted.
Oh yeah,
Um,
sick.
So yeah, I might hit.
That's a
tie
great
up,
idea.
Get that looked at.
That's a great idea.
And
Those would
then
look
we can start
amazing.
hitting games. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, I've got mine ready to go.
Oh, you
The only
do.
thing I don't have is my second fleet
Yep.
painted.
Yep.
So I've got 2 dwarf fleets, but anyways,
Yep.
I'll get that done.
Hell yeah.
Sick. All right. That was a loaded app.
It was full on.
But we'll,
Real big.
We'll bring more and more. I mean, we'll do Homie of the Week every week.
Yep.
We'll try and bring you news and updates and listen to questions maybe every week. And then,
We've got a few segments we're going to try and rotate.
yeah, we've got some fun stuff happening. So,
Yeah.
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 Hope you enjoyed this Beers and Banter.
Before we wrap it up real quickly,
Sure.
the other week, now here at Hobby Homies, we are good at remembering anniversaries.
Are we?
No.
Okay.
Because we missed our 100th
yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
So this is like the one coming out on Sun. I don't even know. It's like 102.
Yeah,
so
okay. We missed the 100.
we missed the 100th.
We don't have balloons or anything.
No,
You didn't prepare
we got a lamp. So thank you all so much for sticking around for 100 episodes.
for this. Yeah, that's nuts.
That includes obviously some of the bonus stuff we released as well, but
Sure.
like it's just crazy. Like the fact that we kept going after 10.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but we did.
I don't know why we kept going after 10 and why you kept listening after 20.
Or after
in
5.
fact, at this point, it's your fault.
Your fault. We're still
If
here.
we only had 5 listeners, we would have packed this show up.
Oh yeah.
I doubt it.
No.
I doubt it.
We've always said we'd keep doing this shit if no one was listening. So
And test us.
Don't. Please don't test us.
Well, let's see if we're liars or not. Everyone just stop listening for a week. Just do like a
Don't listen to him.
vigil.
Don't listen to him.
Don't listen to either
If
of
you
us.
don't listen to him, you might get homie of the week for listening.
The only homie left will get homie of the week. That's
Yeah.
the bonus. All right.
So yeah, massive thank you everyone. That's it.
You're awesome. I've been Fox.
I've been Shane,
Thank you, Felix, for your time and everything you do for the Kroot community.
and thank you Churchy for doing all this too for 100 episodes.
Yeah, for free as well. It's nuts.
What?
I've been
Where's our
fast.
money been going then?
I've actually been just pocketing the money. How do you think I
Of course.
afford all my armies? Turtles.
Err.
Bringing the ruckus like